It is a cold and rainy day outside, and I do not feel like going outside to paint, but also I have comic book pages, graphic novel pages that I need to get done. So let's do that instead. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about this piece that I'm working on. It's something that I've been working on for quite a while. It's been a few years now in the making. Not these illustrations per se, but this story. I think I've been going back and forth on some iteration of the story for like 10 years now, which I know a lot of people say that, but I think for me, it was just creating the world that this story is going to belong to. It just took a very long time. And this is just one of the many stories that I've kind of created inside this world. And it's one I've been excited to tell for a while now. And I don't have an exact name for it yet. I've played around with a few different names. I think if you've followed me around, not personally, but online for a while now, the name Huckleberry Hollow's come up, and that was the original name for it. But um, I've been playing around with some other names now that I've done some more reading into folklore around trees that are also portals to fairy realms. Um, there are some trees out there that would fit well more than like a huckleberry bush. So that makes me think of some other names. One that keeps coming up for me that would actually work as well is a hawthorn tree, which are also trees that were traditionally used to make wands out of. And I think that that could be a potential fun one to do. So basically, the story is about a magical village of animals who also have magical properties and who hide away from the rest of humanity so that they don't get used for their magical properties. And the village itself has become a safe haven for them inside of this fairy realm, and they are allowed to kind of live safely here. But a couple things happen that are now endangering their safety inside the village, and the mayor, along with some other cast of characters, have to figure out what's going on and who's behind it. So, yeah, that's what the first book's going to be about. Well, the book itself, I actually wanted to have traditionally published for a while, but doing conventions and doing other shows and things taught me that there are other avenues that I could possibly go through. I'm still gonna try to get this traditionally published this year, and I don't mean this year because if I do go through that traditional publishing avenue, it does take a while. So I would the first step would be to find an agent this year. So that's what I mean by this year. And then after finding an agent, we would try to find a publisher and then go towards publishing it, which can take a few years. So that would be ideally what I originally wanted to do with this book. Another idea that I've been kind of considering is putting it out as just individual chapters and maybe self-funding it or funding it through like a crowdfunding or through my website. So then each year or each few months, I would put out a new chapter. So that's another avenue I'm looking into right now, or publishing the first chapter and seeing then if any other publisher would take notice or take consideration for it, and I could submit it to different places. I know that not every publisher also needs an agent, so I could try out a couple different publishers as well that do not need an agent if I want to go that route. So there are a couple different things I can do with this. Right now what I'm really focused on is finishing the story, getting these pages colored. I'd like to have at least 5 pages colored, a few more kind of sketched out and drawn out, and then have the script and the thumbnails for the rest of them. I have a few people that I want to have take a look at this before actually submitting it, so I could just kind of get a revision on it. But yeah, besides that, I'm kind of getting to the point where I really just want to get this story out there. So I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do it. And if any of you know a better way, let me know. I've self-published one book before. It's a children's book called The Autumn Fairies. It is available on Amazon and everything, but that was self-published. It was relatively easy for me to do. I just went through Ingram Sparks, and through them, they were able to put it in Barnes and Nobles and other bookstores. So that is something I can do with this book as well if I wanted to, is go the same route, just go through Ingram Sparks, or get it really nicely printed through a printer and sell it through Ingram, but also sell it at like conventions and things, which I do take part of in quite a bit, just to sell my fantasy art and everything. And it'd be nice to have this book as well. So there's that. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of tell you a little bit more about this project that I've been working on. If you guys have any ideas, leave a comment down below. I'd be happy to look into it. But besides for that, yeah. I've also always wanted to have it be kind of traditionally painted. I am a watercolor artist, and I also watercolor illustrator. I feel like for me it's just the best look. So that's the way I decided to do my book. I know it's probably not the quickest, or it's probably not the easiest way to do it, but it's just how I've always, not always, but in the last 5 years or so, have created my work, has just been in ink and watercolor. So this is how I decided to do this one as well. And I mean, I genuinely do love the process, and I think this is the way I would enjoy it the most anyways. So this is how I like to do it. I've sketched out this town and painted different iterations of it enough that I kind of knew what I wanted it to look like. But yeah, just creating a lot of sketches and a lot of different color compositions and a lot of different doodles of it over the years has just really solidified what I want the town to look like. So it felt pretty good coming into this project, already knowing what I really wanted it to look like. Along with that, I've also been taking a lot of notes from artists that I really like the work of. I look at guys like David Peterson, who does Mouse Guard, Jared Cullum, who does Cody, and who's done other books as well. Dev, who's done the Beneath the Trees series. Guys like Larry McDougall, who's done work on Guelph as well, is really inspirational to me. Guys like Sid Meirelles, Gonzalo Cavarco, just a bunch of different watercolor and illustrators and really fantastic artists who've been doing this for a while. But yeah, from just watching guys like that, I've been able to kind of develop my own style and bring everything that I like together from here and there. This more cartoony style with a watercolor look and make it a little bit more soft. Stuff like Brambley Hedges is a big inspiration too. Just the way that she did a lot of the very soft watercolors. I really love that. It's all kind of stuff that's inspired me over the years, and stuff that's probably gonna keep inspiring me going forward and creating more works and more books and things. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying kind of like what I'm doing and want to find out more about how I do it and my thought process behind it all, I'm just doing today as like a quicker video, but I can definitely do a longer video explaining step by step what I'm thinking about while I'm doing it, composition wise, or just the colors, or why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'd be happy to do a longer video kind of explaining all of that. But yeah, this one was just to be a little bit more for entertainment reasons today, and just to kind of hang out together and do some painting. But yeah, I'm kind of finishing up here. Just kind of getting in the last little bits here and there, and doing some of my little color splatter that I like to do to give it some texture. But I hope you guys enjoyed my painting process today. I'm happy again to talk about a little bit more of the process if you want me to. I'm still working on a couple more pages, and I'll probably bring you guys along to finish those up as well. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. I had a blast kind of painting this and figuring this out. So I'm excited to get to the other pages. I do want to bring you guys with me. I got a couple more that I need painting, so I'll probably be doing that on camera as well and finishing those up. And I can tell you more about sort of my publishing journey and what I'm kind of doing with this project. But yeah, I hope you guys subscribe, stick around. I have more fun with art and illustration, and be bringing you guys with me. So I'll see you in the next one.